Alright, welcome to part 4 of Brazilian Jiu Jitsu core concepts. Today we're going to introduce what I consider the holy trinity, if you'll pardon the reference, of Brazilian Jiu Jitsu and submission grappling, which is base, posture, and structure. These are the three elements that you need to maintain to succeed, and you need to deny them to your opponent to succeed. Briefly, we're going to expand on these concepts in future videos, but base is my contact with the ground, but not just any contact with the ground. It's effective contact with the ground. So in the immortal words of Ryan Hall, base is a platform from which to apply force. For instance, I've got a lot of contact with the ground right now, but I'm not really effective. I'm not able to move. Right? For example, in side mount, you see a lot of times people sitting there like this. If your feet are not in contact with the ground, if you can't derive power from pushing off the ground, if you're not able to move effectively within your base and shift your weight without going off balance, then you don't have good base. So that's the first one. Posture is simply proper spinal alignment, which is related to what's called the kinetic chain, which is where your muscles work in tandem with one another. Anytime you bend your spine, you interrupt the kinetic chain, which makes you weaker. And then structure is simply having your arms in proper position to be as effective as they can be for your particular strength attributes. So again, we've discussed this in previous videos, but if you separate your limbs from your torso, you weaken them. If you keep them close to your torso, they're generally stronger. So we're going to relate this today to a sweep and submission sequence that Marcelo Garcia famously uses, which is a butterfly sweep to a guillotine. So I'm just going to bring you in here a second. So with this sweep, what I'm going to do is I'm systematically going to break down his posture, his structure, his base. So he's got good structure, he's in good posture, he's in good base. We're going to hand fight, and I'm going to catch his tricep, and I'm going to catch his neck. When I catch his tricep, I'm going to shift it across, which is actually going to start to rotate his spine, and I'm going to bend his neck, which is going to further compromise his kinetic chain. So now I've taken away some of his effective structure, and I've taken away his posture. I'm now going to take away his base by sliding in and inserting a butterfly hook underneath and starting to elevate him, and then I finish the sweep. So that's how the initial sweep goes. You can see I systematically take away structure, posture, and base. As I do that, a lot of good grapplers at this point will try to recover their posture and structure by posting their hand, which, again, because I've separated his arm from his body, he's a little bit weaker. His head is now vulnerable, but he's used this to recover his base, right? His outside contact point with the ground was here, now it's here, so he's back in base, so I can no longer attack a sweep. What I can, however, do is attack the high elbow guillotine, Marcelo Garcia guillotine. So this is how the concept of attacking someone's base, posture, and structure simultaneously force him to attempt to recover one of those things. In this case, he attempts to recover his base and his posture by extending his structure, which weakens him, which allows me to attack the guillotine. So that is another one of your Brazilian Jiu Jitsu core concepts brought to you by Island's Top Team, islandtopteam.com. Check us out if you're in Nanaimo.